Last time we'll see each other face to face until fight night.
How crazy is the press conference?
The press conference is it's not that crazy. I mean, it depends on how bad the blood is. I got nothing against him personally, so it should be not too bad of a press conference. La conferencia de prensa no va a ser algo difícil, es parte del negocio y prácticamente es para anunciar la película.
What are you fighting for? Beyond just the belt? What is this fight mean?
What am I fighting for? I'm fighting for, first of all, redemption. I'm fighting for my people and I'm fighting for LA. This is my town and I am going to win. ¿Por qué estoy peleando? Estoy peleando por mi gente, por mi familia y obviamente por mi estado. Los Ángeles, este es mi lugar.
For Mexico, how important is this fight?
Para México esta pelea es muy buena, muy grande porque son dos guerreros que suben al ring y ofrecen lo mejor de sí. For Mexico, this fight is super big because it's two big Mexicans, warriors, who go up there and face and give it all.
What does Robert Garcia bring to the? What's next? What am I doing?
You're going to be up next, but you can be really quick.
Okay. What does Robert Garcia add? It seems like everything is in place, but he's the joker in this whole equation.
I mean, if you want to put it that way, I mean, it's just really how you want to look at it. It's just basically, the change of team. You know, I've been with Robert for 2 years now. I've changed drastically. I've been different fighter. As you see my last two fights, and it should be a different fight for the first fight.
How important it is for you to get this win? It does seem another payday for you, a big payday for you, but how important is this win in terms of your legacy as a fighter?
I mean, it's just to myself, it's redemption. It's personal, you know. You beat me, for something I want it. Not stay in the center. Not making it like a center fight. Like I have to be there. Either too close, too far, or just too smart at night.
Ebner, one thing I want to ask about, you're from Mexico. You see what's happening with Canelo now, and he's not the first person who's happened with Udro. You've lived in Mexico before. Have you thought about that, and what is your reaction to that happening?
Bro, I'm sorry, but I have no comment on that. I mean, I just focus on my fight. I mean, they're in fight right now, So I mean, I have no comment.
But as an athlete, do you get worried about having to eat that meat from Mexico when you go there?
Like I said, I train here, every side here, bro. So it's different.
If someone does take steroids and get caught, or PEDs, should there be criminal charges against them in the sport that you're in?
Again, no comments, bro. I'm not gonna comment about.
In your last fight, you seemed almost like a refreshed fighter. Do you feel, is this the new and improved version of Abner Mares that we're seeing right now? Because you look like you have some extra bounce in your step.
Yeah, man, I feel rejuvenated. I feel good. Extra bounce with Robert Garcia. I mean, it just made my fights easier. My last opponent was no walk in the park. He was undefeated. I believe he only had one loss, I'm sorry. But he had like 23 knockouts. He was coming with, with everything. He was only like 23, 22 years old. Youngster, and I just boxed him easy. Cuellar, like a four. He's fighting Gervonta Davis. He's getting another chance. I mean, that guy was a knockout artist. And people thought I was washed out and actually thought that I was going to get knocked out. And thank God never got even touched, and I was the one that dropped him. So that lets you know my power too. I'm capable of actually hurting a fighter and again being smart in the ring.
What do you think of Leo's power?
Leo, thank God. I mean, he's got decent power, but he doesn't have like me, like a one punch KO power.
Do you think you could get him in this fight if you get him with a clean shot?
I think so. I'm certain that I can. Yeah. We've seen him get hurt with Frampton also.
I've been brought up Cuellar versus Davis. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's just a different level, I think Gervonta is at his prime right now. He moves too much. He's too quick for Cuellar. I mean, you saw what I did, just using laterals, moving just a little bit more than Cuellar, and I boxed him with ease. And I think the tank is a little more natural when it comes to that. So I think you should definitely take him out before.
What about your rematch with Leo? I guess would be more satisfying. Obviously, avenging the loss, championships, and I mean, you guys have an extra wrinkle in the fact that you guys both live in LA. I'm sure fans kind of bring up the fight to you often. I mean, which one of those kind of stands out to you as most important to kind of get back to?
Like what? I'm sorry.
Like, so obviously there's championships on the line.
Yeah.
There's avenging your loss, and then just kind of the extra aspect of you guys both living in Los Angeles. Is there like an order as far as preference of which one you'd like to kind of have?
I mean, no disrespect to the title or anything. I'm not fighting for this. That night, I'm not fighting for it. I mean, I am on paper, but what I'm fighting for is redemption. I'm fighting for personal. I'm fighting for just. Personal. I want this win. He beat me the first time, but he's not going to win this time. Imagine walking down the street knowing that the guy beat you twice. Hell no, I can't let that happen. I cannot. I live here, so I'm going to bump into him many times, so I can't walk with that. You know, I can't have that. So it's in me to get this win. No one else. If I lose, it's on no one other than myself. So that's that.
If you get this victory, will you think a rubber match with the trilogies?
I mean, if it's just that's good, I tell you guys right now, I promise a rematch. I'll give him a rematch. Just as he was a professional, give me the rematch. I promise I give him his rematch also. Trilogy, why not? At the end of the day, people are happy with performances like this. You know, I could go out and fight someone else, but people don't know if it's going to be as exciting. People know already this is going to be exciting because you know what happened in the first fight.
Is the winner of this match the main guy in the division, or you think things need to be sorted out still? You know, there's Frampton, Romito, and you got.
Nah, there's many more. This is a jam-packed division. Honestly, if I win, God willing, I want to face the winner of Romito, Frampton. Even I mean, if there's hopefully, well, there is now. Answer myself. I'm sorry because now we got Jojo Diaz fighting Gary Russell, Golden Boy. You know him, and so that it's being worked. So why not? I see myself fighting Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez is from Top Rank, and that's the type of fight that people want to see. You know, two Mexicans going at it. He's a young, hungry lion, and you can call me old or whatever, but I still got him. You know, I still got the skills to actually beat this guy. So after this fight, I hope to get that fight against Oscar Valdez.
What do you think about Russell and Jojo Diaz?
It's a good one, man. They're both naturally talented southpaws, boxers. I mean, it's a pick and choose fight. I mean, honestly, if you choose whoever, you're not picking wrong. So, but I think Jojo has the advantage. No disrespect to Jojo because the activity. You know, Russell hasn't fought in. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. It's going to be 2 years.
Wow.
So I mean, and Jojo's a young kid. So I mean, that tells you, and he's hungry too. So it's going to be an even match.
Abner, we hear a lot of people talking in this fight about Abner's ability. Can he get around the jab? We hear people talking about how you're going to outbox Leo. Do you think people are possibly underestimating your ability to stop Santa Cruz in this fight, underestimating your power? People
have underestimated me throughout my whole career, brother. And I always come on top, thank God, showing them different versatilities. I mean, again, go back to the player. People are saying I was going to get knocked out. It was going to be in a close fight. If I don't get knocked out, it would just be a shot out. And it wasn't that. On the other hand, I knocked him down, and it was a clean fight for me. So people sometimes forget that I can box, I could actually punch, and that I could ball inside also.
Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, who wins?
When I first saw, first looking at Joshua, I was going for Joshua, but his last performance was kind of like, let me answer it like this. Joshua is the better fighter, and Deontay Wilder is the awkward, difficult fighter anyone could face, even myself in any weight class, because he's so awkward, punches from all angles, and he punches. So what I'm saying is, as clean and as a good boxer that Anthony is, I think Joshua's aggressiveness, awkwardness is going to give him problems. So I choose Deontay Wilder because of his awkwardness and his power punch.
¿Qué opinas de la pelea que Leo tiene que lidiar no solamente en el ring preparándose para enfrentarte, sino la pelea de tener que ver a su papá sufrir todos los días?
Es difícil, hermano, y es difícil de contestar eso porque es algo privado, no algo difícil que él está.
And the fans are gonna be disappointed. That's the main concern in my head, that I want to come out here, give the fans a great fight, and make their money work.
You know, the first fight you won, how tough was that fight physically for you? Was it a tough fight for you? Was it an easier fight for you? How did you feel afterwards?
No, I was tired, you know. It was a tough fight. You guys can see that my body was tired. It was physically, you know, it was a tough fight. He was on top of me. He was brawling. He was hugging me. So, you know, I put all my energy. It went out right there. And at the end of the day, you know, after the fight, my head was hurting on the back right here. And my body just so tired. I didn't want to do nothing but rest.
He says that he's a different fighter. You said he's a different fighter. Do you expect he put a lot of pressure on you? Do you expect that same, or do you expect to see a different version of him where he's maybe boxing you a little bit more?
I think he's gonna be a different fighter. He's not gonna be that wild this time. I think he's gonna be more calm, more smart, and he's gonna listen to Robert Garcia. And Robert Garcia is gonna send him to box, to throw his punches and probably move. But you know, once we're up there, I know how to fight a fighter. Whatever he brings to the table, I know how to fight that style. And if he comes to brawl, I'm gonna box him. If he comes to move, I'm gonna chase him. You know, once we're up there, we're gonna know what to do.
A lot of fighters in the division right now. Do you feel you're the #1 guy there because you have, you know, JoJo fighting Russell, you have Frampton fighting Onito. Do you feel you're the guy that's to beat this division right now, Leo?
Well, right now I think I'm the fighter that everybody wants to fight, everybody wants to beat. Rather to put me on #1, I leave that to the fans. You know, I never like to put myself on #1 or you know. I just leave that to the fans, wherever they put me at. I'm happy with that. The only thing I care about is for the fans to, you know, support me and always be entertained with my fights.
Leo, do you expect Matis to fight a similar fight? I mean, last time he came at you, you know, I think he tried to kind of put you back in that sparring partner mentality, and you weren't having it. Do you feel that it's going to be something similar, or do you feel they're going to come something different with Robert?
I think it's, you know, it's hard to predict. You know, he's gonna, because I think he's kind of excited to come, you know, brawl and push right there, but he's gonna be a lot smarter this fight. That he's gonna use his distance, and I think Robert Garcia is gonna send him to box, you know, to throw his combinations, to box, and but whatever he brings, we're gonna be ready. You know, we're gonna be ready if he comes to box, to brawl, whatever he is, we're gonna be ready, and we're gonna make it an entertaining fight.
How do you train for something like that? I mean, obviously the styles are very different. When you fought Cuellar, was very boxing, very smart. When you fought you, he was just trying to knock you out the whole time. I mean, how do you prepare, like, different sparring partners? Like what do you do in the gym to prepare for something like that?
I prepare for both styles, you know. My dad always brings different kind of styles. He said, because you know, once you get up in the ring, you don't know what kind of style he's gonna bring. If he's gonna box you or he's gonna brawl with you. So every time I'm sparring, I do like 6 rounds with a fighter that moves, 6 rounds with a fighter that brawls, or stuff like that. We always bring different styles that have a little bit of everything. So that way, once fight day, whatever he comes with, we know how to fight him.
What did you do well in that first fight that you're gonna carry over to the second fight?
I think what I did was listen to my dad. You know, I think after it was on the 4th round, he told me to box him to that I could beat him easily with my 1-2, keep him with my jab distance, and not let him come inside. And that's what we did. I started boxing him, and even people told me that I boxed him. You know, that I boxed him easily. That if I did that since the beginning of the fight, I would have been more easily.
When you rewatch your fight and you see yourself shake your hand, what goes through your mind? Can you stop it, or is it just like that's just who you are?
Yeah, I think that's just a habit now that I every time, you know, something when I'm sparring or stuff, I try to stop it. But once you're up there, you forget about it, and you still continue to do it. And as much as you try, I think you're gonna continue to do it.
Leo, Abner says he has to be the bad guy in this fight. What do you make of that?
What?
Leo says, Abner says he has to be the bad guy in this fight. What do you make of that?
You know, he's saying that, you know, he's gonna try to come and, you know, beat me up. He has to be like, because, you know, he says that I'm a nice guy and everything. But, you know, once we're up there, we both have to be the bad guys, you know, because we're doing this for our family. We have to, down here we could be, you know, nice guys as much as we can and everything, but once it gets serious, you know, we have to do everything for our family, for the fans, and for our pride. So I think once we're up there in the rings, in the first bell rings, we're both turning into bad guys.
What's your take on Canelo in this? What's your take on Canelo?
Canelo question. Other people did too many.
Oh, really?
One more, just one.
Okay.
And I think, you know, it's a bad thing, you know, because I think if it's not Canelo's fault that he took what he took, I think it's a bad because they're blaming him for something he didn't do. But like I said, he's the one that knows what he did or what he didn't do. Because he was the one asking for those tests. He said, test me to see I'm clean and everything. And for a fighter that knows that he's dirty, I don't think he's gonna ask for those tests. So I think it could have been something that he ate or something, but like I said, only Canelo knows.
Leo, entiendo que tú ya has trabajado con Robert García. ¿Cómo era esa relación y por qué partieron?
Sí, fue por la distancia. Ya él estaba en Oxnard, yo estaba acá en Los Ángeles. Teníamos que manejar como 2 horas para allá. Y pues el entrenamiento, bien, y siempre entrenamos duro. Era muy inteligente, sabía cómo mandarnos para pelear y todo, pero lo más fue la distancia.
¿Crees que el hecho de que él te conozca le va a ayudar a Mares o ha pasado muchos años que no importa?
No, la verdad primero que eso no importa, ya que Tomás Mares puede mirar cómo soy yo, qué tipo de peleador soy, cómo peleo yo, y no es porque Robert García sepa mi estilo y todo eso, no es una diferencia. Yo pienso que ya cuando nos fuimos arriba del ring, los dos vamos a pelear y todo eso no va a funcionar.
Oye, ¿tú y Mares son amigos fuera del ring o simplemente nomás amistades de profesión?
Sí, nomás amistades de profesión, no somos amigos que nos hablamos así como qué pasó, así, nada. Nomás pues, somos, los saludamos para ser buena gente y todo nomás.
Perfecto, gracias.
El mismo pregunta en español. ¿Qué piensas que todo está pasando con Canelo?
Yo pienso que pues es malo, yo pienso ya que fue injusto porque a veces que uno como peleador a veces uno se deja ir por el equipo a veces uno les trae las vitaminas, lo que uno se tome para recuperar y todo eso. Como a veces que yo me pongo inyecciones por vitaminas, son vitaminas, pero las traen de México. Y a mí me dicen que son medicinas, pero yo me las pongo. Y que alguien le puede poner algo ahí, yo no me doy cuenta. Y esa vez, si un peleador no sabe eso, es injusto, pero como lo he dicho, solamente Canelo sabe lo que le hizo, y si él no se metió en nada, pues es injusto para él, porque uno como peleador nomás lo que quiere es entrenar, enfocarse y dar unas gran peleas, y pues, como dicen, puede ser injusto a veces.
¿Piensas que Mares es un peleador muy diferente con Robert García?